Alright, let's put what we learned into practice with our two security tools. We'll start with the Credentials Report. On the left-hand side, just click on Credentials Report. From there, you'll see a button to download report. This will download a file in a CSV format, which you can open in a spreadsheet program like Excel. Because I'm using a training account, my report is quite small, but it's still very useful. You'll see two rows here, one for my root account and one for my user. Let's look at the columns to see what information we get. The report tells us when each user was created. It shows if they have a password enabled and when it was last used and last changed. There's a column that tells us if multi-factor authentication, MFA, is active. This is a quick way to see who has a second layer of security. For my root account, it says true, but for my user account, it says false. Further down, we can see if access keys have been generated and when they were last used. This report is extremely helpful for a security audit. You can quickly scan it to find any users who haven't changed their password in a long time or who don't have MFA enabled. It's a great way to find potential security issues at a glance. Now, let's look at our second tool. For this, I'm going to go to the Users section and click on my user. On the right side, you'll see a tab labeled Last Accessed. Let's click on it. This is a fantastic tool. It shows you a list of all the services my user has permission to use. More importantly, it tells me when my user last accessed each of these services. Click this button and change the preference to See More list. Here you can see the list of service. I've used this user to access things like IAM, EC2, and a few others. If the user is not used any service, it will show Not Accessed. This is where the tool becomes a permission detective. It helps us follow the principle of least privilege. That's a sign that they might have permissions they don't actually need. You can then go in and remove those unused permissions to make your account more secure. The last accessed feature also shows you which specific policy granted the permission to a service, giving you even more detail. This feature is very helpful when you need to fine-tune a user's permissions and ensure they only have what's necessary for their job. That's it for this lecture. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.